been a while since I've said that. Anytime I say it now I get the ick. Today I'm going to be trying and testing and basically trying to do like a full face of Beauty Bay makeup. I say the word full face lightly because obviously Beauty Bay within their own brand of products, they don't have enough products for a full face just yet, hopefully. But I also don't have like all of their products from their collection, range, brand, line. Pick one. So I do apologise about that. So like for example, I've used my own foundation, concealer, etc. So of course anything from Beauty Bay that I have used in the tutorial, I will obviously have linked and listed down below for you. But let's just get into the makeup. I'm going to start with the eyes, and I've already prepped them with the BAYS eyeshadow base. I recently got this wee palette from Beauty Bay here. It was a wee offer that they had on. If I spent so much, or if you spent so much, you got this palette free. And it's there a £9 earthy palette, whereas I of course have the £42 earthy palette. So basically what shades in this palette is in that palette and vice versa. So looking at my intro, you obviously know what look I'm going for, so you obviously know the deal. How many times have I done this type of makeup look? I'm literally trying to do this makeup look with different colours, so today we're green. So I'm just going to be stamping the darkest shade along that lash line, kind of like in a winged out liner shape. Once I'm finished stamping out that shape, I'm going to just go over the edges and just diffuse and blur them the tiniest wee bit, just so it's going to be easier for me to blend out another shade. Morphe M562, and I'm going to go into the wee £9 palette now and go into Elliptis. We're just gradually going up our shades from darker to light. But as you can see, like the pigment in these shadows is no joke. The quality of Beauty Bay's makeup, the quality of their eyeshadow palettes especially, for the price, they are wild good, and the colour stories of these palettes are just beautiful. There's obviously like this earthy one where it's like your green tones, and then there's obviously the midnight palette where it's all your purple and blue tones, mixtures of mattes and shimmers, and then there's the berry one, and there's like the fiery 2.0 palette. Oh, they're just like, and it's, do you know what, it's the color stories in them, they're so eye-catching. They're just a mixture of like every shade and tone that you're going to need within that color. They're perfectly pigmented. They blend out beautifully together and on top of each other. They're so buttery, and the shimmers are just so intense. They're absolutely stunning. They're just like a really nice, like creamy shimmer. Absolutely gorgeous. So taking that same brush, I'm going to go into a wee bit of Pickle. I'm now going to take one of my 04 brushes and go into Trance. I'm just going to be sticking with this exact same brush and going into Seahorse, the shade here. I'm just going to be taking like the tiniest wee bit of that to just kind of blend above and on top of everything. And I feel as well like the higher you go with your shades, you don't necessarily need to be really neat or anything, because we're going to be covering that with shimmer. It's just to kind of have a bit of colour at the background, like a bit of background colour, but it doesn't need to be completely perfect or neat or anything, because it's going to be hidden with a bit of shimmer. So now with that first brush and that first shade again, I'm going to go back in and just re-intensify those shades, because obviously as we do our blending, we lose our intensity. Second brush, second shade. What was the second shade? Pickle? Elliptis? I think it was Elliptis, wasn't it? Or Pickle? Do you know what? Screw it. We're just going to go for Pickle anyway. I don't think it was Pickle. That looks a wee bit different, but oh well. I'm literally trying to rush this makeup look as quick as I can. The sun is out today and you best believe it, I have been literally waiting a week for the sun to be out because I have like some flowers that need to be potted, and I've been trying to grow my own garlic, my wee lemon tree, and I think it's about time I can finally put things outside to actually like help and promote or growth there. So I'm like nearly like sitting here hyperventilating, like dying to get outside to actually like do something in my garden. So I'm gonna go into the Midnight palette and take the black because there's no black in the Earthy palette. I'm just gonna put that really quite tight to the lash line. You can just see how easily and effortlessly those matte shades blend together. They're absolutely beautiful. So good. If I was to create a palette with a brand, it would be Beauty Bay or Colourpop. I wouldn't say no. I kind of feel like if you have used Beauty Bay eyeshadows, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about and how good they actually are. And you know, unfortunately, if you don't like them, that sounds like a you problem. Oh yeah. I feel like the shimmer is gonna really like kind of pull this together, but that black is just finding that lash line and just this outer corner, just that wee bit, just that wee bit. I'm gonna go into Moss first because it's the darkest one. So it's this shade here. All these three shimmer shades are also in this wee one as well, by the way. So this is actually probably a better way to actually show the shimmers that I'm using because it's not, these shimmers haven't been swatched or used in this palette. So this is the one that I'm going into first of all. It's like a really beautiful, like intense shimmer. And then I'll be going in with Lime and then Ray. So I'm taking kind of like a flat-ish fluffy brush to kind of apply this because I'm not wanting it to be like too intense. I want it to be a bit more dispersed as well. So because this is also like the darkest green that I'm oh dear. Yeah, this is the darkest green I'm going in with, so I'm going to be keeping it quite low. I'm going to take a bit of Lime, the shade here. I'm going to try and take my finger and do a wee bit of blending. I'm going to go into Ray. It actually just looks like a beigey, boring colour, but it's a green duochrome, so it's got like shifts of green. So I think this will be quite nice, like just over everything. But you see how nice those shimmers are as well. And don't worry too much if the shimmer kind of covers like too much of your shadow work at the lash line, because you can always go in and just like build that up again. It's grand. It's grand. No worries. Seaweed, Eucalyptus, might go into a wee bit of the black again, just to kind of build up that depth of the lash line. I'm actually going to take a wee bit of Made by Mitchell Drip Drip, this wee one here. And you see just at the center corner, you see the way there's like, this brush is that old that all the bristles are broken off and just ridiculous looking. So it's actually a really good brush if you just want to lift up just a wee bit of shimmer or like glitter or something, and you're just wanting a wee wash of it just on the eye. Now, I completely forgot about this wee primer here. This is the Glow Filter from Beauty Bay. This is actually just new out, but if I'm being honest, I'm not that bothered. I'm not that bothered that I forgot about it because, to be honest with you, what shade is this? So this is BB103, so this is kind of like a medium to dark shade, and to be honest, it doesn't match me anyway. I haven't actually tried it with fake tan, like with having fake tan on my face, but whenever I've no fake tan on my face, this looks ridiculous. It's far, far too dark for me, and it just doesn't do the product justice. But it's just one of these products that just has like a wee bit of a glow to it, you know, like the Charlotte Tilbury, the Halo Glow from e.l.f. I must actually get a lighter shade just to actually try it. Obviously it has like a wee tint in it, wee glow, as you see. So it's obviously one of these products that you can use underneath your makeup to prep the skin prior to makeup application and just give it that wee nice bit of glow. Or you can use it with no makeup at all and just have this in your skin as just a nice wee all over tint, just to even out your skin tone and also provide your skin with just that really nice wee glow. Of course, these wee liquid blushes, these are so good. I love these. I actually think I'm going to mix the two shades that I have here. So I have Peaches and Reef. So this is Peaches. I used this in yesterday's tutorial. It's such a beautiful like peachy coral, and then this is also like a coral as well, but it's more of like a true coral with it, or just like a wee kiss of like raspberry strawberry tone. So I'm going to take a bit of Reef, and then I'm also going to take a bit of strawberry, and I'm going to just mix the two of them shades. Oh my god, my skin looks so good on my hand from that wee glow filler. It looks so nice. I have my phone on sleep. Why is my phone vibrating? Is your phone supposed to vibrate if it's on sleep mode? What if I was sleeping right now? I have to say, I'm definitely one of these people that I will literally sit and watch you ring me. So bad. But yeah, I used these blushes in yesterday's video. Oh my god! I'm sorry, I can't think straight whenever my phone's vibrating. Hold on. I'm not going to answer. Give up. Give up. Stop. Thank you. But yeah, I used these blushes in yesterday's video, and I just mentioned about how beautiful they are. The formula is absolutely beautiful. I think that's one reason why I love them so much. It's just like a really nice, like, whipped, I'm not too sure if you'll be able to see or not, probably not, but they're just like a really nice, like, spongy whipped formula. So they're really, really nice and lightweight on the skin. They blended the skin beautifully. I've obviously got my face set and I've baked and everything, and they also sit really well on top of like set skin. But they're so beautifully pigmented as well, like you can build them up. They're ringing me again. Go away! Go away, leave me alone. How do I like, stop this from vibrating? There we go. What was I saying there? So this is the new highlight bar that they have out, the just highlight glow, highlight palette, whatever, and this is what it looks like. Very deceiving. It's shit, don't buy it. Honestly, it's crap. Buy these instead. Plus, I think these are actually cheaper as well. These are like the cheapest chips and they're so good. These are just like their wee highlighters. So I have two shades here, Beam and Flash. I think Beam. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so Beam and Flash. So a Flash is definitely more of like my non-fake tan days, and then a Flash is quite light as well, but I can get away with it whenever I'm wearing fake tan. But they're just ignore the swatches, right? I sometimes feel like, especially with highlighters don't go by their swatches. Wait till you get it on your skin. So I'm going to take Beam. First of all, just a wee bit of this, and then I'm going to use Flash as just a wee bit of nose highlight because I like a brighter highlight in the centre of my face, on my nose. So I like to take like a bigger fluffy brush so I can really like disperse like the edges so that it just kind of gives you that wet look, you know, like it just kind of catches the light. There's no glitteriness to them, no sparkle or anything, it's just pure glow, to be honest. Like them swatches are crap, and to be honest they do swatch a wee bit shit, but you have to try them on the skin. Just in the same packaging as the highlighter and the bronzer that I'm going to be using, we have these wee blushes. I keep on going to say highlighter. So I have two shades here. I have Peachy, of course, And then this shade here, this is actually like a really, really nice like muted magenta. It's gorgeous and it's in the shade Bloom. I don't actually think I've used that and I don't actually intend to use it today. But I'm going to use this one, Peaches, of course. I'm so predictable. See, if you're on a budget or if you're wanting to build up your kits, just Beauty Bay makeup, mate. Like these blushes are just so nice. Where is my bronzer brush? So next up we have the bronzer, and this is just their powder bronzers. Again, I think these run like a couple of quid. This one is in the shade Fawn, so it's kind of, do you know what, I feel like it's kind of like a bit of a hybrid type shade between it not being too warm and it not being too cool toned. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with it, but I sometimes feel like with the cooler, the bronzer, in my opinion, and how I feel with how I apply my makeup, it can look quite dusty and muddy quite quickly, so I just like to go quite sparingly with it. So for lips and lip liner, I'm just going to use what I have in my collection because I thought I did have Beauty Bay lipsticks and lip liners, but I gave them away like a twat. And then that's just Boo by Morphe. Lower lash line. Yay! Nah. I'm so tired. I'll obviously link and list like all these products down below. Oh my god, look at my big white scalp. If you're interested in what other products I've used to my skin, leave me a comment and I will probably get back to you in like 3 to 4 working days. Just being honest. But I hope you all enjoyed anyway, guys. Thank you all so much for watching and I hope to see you in my next one.